Hey guys, so this video is going to be on a couple of score items I got at the Iowa State Fair. I went to the Iowa State Fair this last weekend, first time I ever been, and they have a corner that is called the Woodsman Corner. There were a few items there that I really wanted that didn't necessarily have the money for right now, but I will definitely be going back. But there's people, you can pay a couple of bucks and they teach you how to throw a tomahawk or a knife. You pay a couple of bucks and, you know, they teach you how to do certain stuff. There's a guy making knapping flint knives with antlers. That was something that I'm definitely going to be getting next year. There was tons of cool stuff. They had lots of like Indian knickknacks, what I would call it, necklaces and bracelets and jewelry and whatever. Little kids wooden fake knives and wooden, just like bow and arrow stuff, nothing functional, just kind of for the kids. But in my kind of looking around, I was just kind of interested to see what they have, and I had actually scored quite a few cool finds. So first thing I'm going to show you is a piece of flint. This guy was flint knapping right at his station, and he had piles and piles of flint. He sold small pieces for 50 cents a piece and larger pieces for $1 a piece. I could have gotten a giant bag full. There was so much flint there. But I started small and just got one piece. Picked the piece that had the most edges. Haven't really done much in the form of traditional fire, so I'm thinking about it. I was going to get a striker, but the lady wasn't satisfied with how the strikers worked, so she wasn't going to sell them until she had them tested out, which is very nice of her. So I didn't get one, and I've given away / traded my old one. So we'll see if I can't find something to do. I don't like using the back of my knife unless I have to, because it nicks up your knife a little bit. So $1 for a nice chunk of flint. I got 2 pins. A large blanket pin and a smaller pin that they said was like a kilt pin. I don't wear a lot of kilts, but these pins are very, very functional. You can use them for a blanket. You could use them to, you know, put something on your pack. You can use them for a million different things. It's like a giant safety pin, okay? So this one was, I think they were $2 a piece, or $2 and $1. I don't know. They were cheap, because I think these online go for at least $3, and then you gotta pay shipping. So figured, why not pick it up. Next item was a sharpening stone in a leather pouch or case. So it's a larger sharpening stone. And it comes with this leather case. And this was $5. This was a larger one. They had smaller ones for $3. I wanted kind of I figured this is more medium size. But the cool thing about this, with the leather case, is you can strap it after you're done sharpening it. Just put the sharpening stone right back in there. There you go. Strap. No problem. Thought that was pretty cool. Last item, the item I was probably most surprised to see, sinew. They had tons of sinew, and this is not stuff that people buy at the fair, so that's why it was cheap, and that's why there was a lot of it. They had tons of sinew. I could have bought so much more. I think this roll, $2, okay? It's real. It's real sinew. It's, unravel a little bit. It's super strong. I've tried to pull it apart. You can feel the texture. This stuff, you can buy the artificial sinew at like Hobby Lobby and those kind of craft stores or leather stores, and it's pretty expensive. $10, $15 for a roll. It probably is a little bit more than this amount, but it's still $10, $15. $2. I should have bought more. Next year, apparently it's the same people come back every year. And so next year I will definitely be getting more. This is more traditional items, which I don't necessarily spend a lot of time and money on, but it's interesting and fun for me, and I like to have a more traditional kit where you can go and practice stuff. And sometimes, you know, Sinew is probably the best cordage out there. It is so strong. It is waxed. It is, you can dye it to different colors. It's thin. It's lightweight. It, you know, takes a knot really well. There's just so much you can do with it, and people get caught up in the traditional versus, you know, well, paracord can hold 550 pounds without breaking. Well, that's awesome. You plan on putting 550 pounds on top of your tarp shelter? I don't. You plan on putting 550 pounds in your pack, and then you're going to hold your pack up with some paracord. No, can't carry that much weight. So, it's just something that's very practical, takes up very little space, and was super cheap. So I spent $11 on all of this stuff. So I got a nice sharpening stone with a built-in strop, basically. A good hunk of sinew, a chunk of flint, and 2 pins, one large, one small. $11. I was thrilled with that. I was looking at the flint knapped knives, and the one that I wanted was $100. I think that's a very fair price for what it is and for how much work it takes. I just didn't have, I had $100 in cash on me, but I didn't plan on spending $100 in cash on something like that. So I saved my cash for food throughout the day and whatnot at the fair. So next year maybe I'll just, you know, add $100 of cash into my fund of, you know, maybe I really want to get that knife. It was really cool. The guy was super nice. I could have asked him any question about it, and he was sitting there teaching people how to flint knap, which is cool because not very many people are interested in that. But so it was a really good experience, something I didn't expect from the fair. Like I said, a lot of this stuff, people don't go to the fair to buy this stuff. They go to buy the necklaces and that kind of stuff. So that's why, another reason why it was so cheap and why there was so much. But I hope they did well, and I hope they'll be back because I will definitely be a customer next year. So just wanted to share that little score with you guys. But other than that, thanks for watching.